This is Asinine Radio. This is the weekly music podcast where every week we get into our Fearless Beer review. We get into the vinyl stuff we picked up, stuff we've been listening to, Jeff's Records or Desert Grooves Records. Huge shout out. And then we wrap it up with some new music and other happenings in the music world. My name is Tyler. We out there hundreds of miles away. It's Jeff. While you're listening, go to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, give us 5 stars. If you're watching on YouTube, smash that subscribe button. That's all I have for the boring intro. So let's get into this Fearless Beer review. What do you got this week, Jeff? Go.
What are you got?
What are you got?
What
this
are
week?
you got?
What are you got? Go.
I have this Wild Wheat. Look at it with your
You've
eyes.
had that before, haven't you? Maybe
Yeah.
I've had it too.
I don't think
Yeah.
you've had it here, but I've had this before. I just didn't go to the store at all this week, so
That's fun.
this will like go.
That's
And it was
fun.
cheap at the grocery store. It was like $10 for a fucking like 18 pack or some shit. But it's Four
quite the
Peaks. Four Peaks Brewing. That's local stuffs. I know they got bought out by Anheuser-Busch at some point, but then they sold it back, or like they got rid of that era of them. So I don't know if that makes them big beer anymore. Kind of cheating.
Yeah, not anymore though. If they're no longer part of Anheuser-Busch, right?
So, yeah, I mean, like Anheuser-Busch buys them,
Bijam.
and puts a bunch of like money and effort into it, and builds a fan base, and then sells it back to the guys. And now they just basically got their brewery, but just got like an professional upgrade from like the biggest beer company on earth. It's like, no, technically you're not small beer anymore, but also you're not big beer either.
Yeah, it's a weird in between.
It's a weird.
Didn't the same thing happen with fucking what's the one that does Sculpin IPA?
Oh,
Fuck, what is that? What's that brewery called?
it is. It. I think you're right with that, but I don't know who does that Sculpin.
When you say it, I'm gonna know it
Ballast
immediately.
Point.
There you go, Ballast Point. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they were bought out. They were for sure bought out, but I think they eventually went independent again too after several years.
Forgot about Ballast Point. Didn't they make the jalapeno Sculpin, right?
Habanero
Sculpin.
Sculpin. The
That's
worst beer I've
gross.
ever had. Worst beer I've ever had. Imagine being drunk, thinking you're opening up a
dude.
Sculpin, and you take a big swig of it, and it's not regular Sculpin. It's the Habanero.
That's so
I almost
fucking
barfed.
gross.
I almost fucking barfed. Oh, so disgusting. Terrible. But anyway, okay, so that's what you got from Four Peaks. I don't know if I've had this before. I feel like I have, but this is called This Is the Way IPA. See that right here? This is the Way IPA.
This is the way.
From Star Wars, obviously, The Mandalorian. This is from, the brewery is Long Beach Beer Lab, Long Beach, California. This is a West Coast IPA, 7.2 ABV. I don't know if this is an actual collaboration with Disney, because if it's not, I can't believe Disney hasn't somehow sent them a cease and desist. Because, yeah, there's so much Star Wars on here. The catchphrases, everything. Like, it's all over this can. But,
Probably
yeah, I don't
not.
know. But it just, I don't know, it just seems weird that they would take the chances.
I mean,
Especially considering it's Disney.
they'll get hit eventually, but they're not going to get like fined or anything. It's just Disney's like, you better fucking stop that.
Yeah.
And they, okay, we'll stop that.
Well,
Because
whatever.
like it's not worth it for Disney to pursue like royalties on this, right?
On a local beer company.
Spending hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars to take these guys to court and get royalties for $5,000, $10,000 or something. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
nah.
that's true. That's true.
I think a simple cease and desist will be sufficient.
I agree. I think you're right.
I know I'm right. I'm always right.
Does
I don't know about
yours have a born on date? Because mine
I
does.
forgot to even open mine.
My born on date is May 28th, 2025. So not even a month old yet. So that's good. And it says Grogu on the bottom too. It even says Grogu. They just do not care at this brewery.
I mean, if you're gonna do it, you might as well go all out,
know.
right? Fuck it.
No, but
No.
even like the label, look at it's fucking the Mandalorian.
Yeah.
I forgot what his real name is, with mouse ears, and then it has little Grogu right there with the tail. I don't know. It just seems crazy to me. But anyway, whatever. What are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do?
So, ready to start drinking?
So I'm just on the breweriesassociation.org website. You can type in the name of a brewery. They'll tell you whether or not it's independent.
God.
So I typed in Four Peaks, and no, they are not. Anheuser-Busch still owns more than 25% of this brewery.
Okay, understood. Got it.
So they are worthless to me. I'm not even gonna drink this. I'm just gonna pour it out.
Just throw it away. It's a drain, automatic drain pour.
Wow. No, I'm just kidding. Here we go.
All right.
I never think.
All right. So, let's talk about the beers. Let's rate it. Rate them based off of our world famous 3-point rating system, where 3 is a perfect beer, 2 is a good beer you're going to continue to drink, 1 is a bad beer but give it a shot, and 0 is a drain pour. So, what do you got? What do you think about your Four Peaks?
It's good. This is the wheat beer, very similar to Blue Moon's. And when it's 110, 15 degrees outside, it's just really goddamn good. So, yeah, if you had a Blue Moon, you've pretty much had this. This is a little bit more. I think it's a little bit more tasty than a Blue Moon. There's a little more of a bite to it, but
Right.
it's good. It's good.
You're drinking straight out of the can. That's
Straight out
weird.
of the can.
Man.
Ain't no bitch.
That's a pouring beer. That's
No,
not a.
this is a canned beer.
Nah, I think that's stupid.
I'll tell you why it's a
But-
canned beer, okay? If you just shut your
Why?
fucking mouth for 1
No.
second in your life. This is a canned beer because out here in Arizona, when it's 115 degrees, people drink these at the river. They have cans. They don't pour it into anything like that. This is what this is, a river beer.
I get it, but you're in an air conditioned house, not on the river.
First of all, you don't know where the fuck I am, okay?
I know exactly where you are.
You
I've
don't
been there.
not know exactly where
been
I am.
there.
You have not been to this one yet. This is a new one.
This is a new one, a new house. Yeah.
Let's go.
So what? Wait, what'd you rate the beer then?
This is 2.5. It's
2.5,
good.
not bad.
It's fucking good. I don't care.
Fucking Dave Portnoy over here or what?
Yeah, it's good.
One sip, everybody knows the rules.
One sip, everybody knows
So-
the rules. Chugs the beer.
So this is the way IPA. This is pretty good. Pretty good. Not bad. It's not as carbonated as I was expecting. It's not as refreshing as I was expecting. Not syrupy. Not overly hoppy. It's just I want more of a refreshing taste, a more refreshing feeling, but it's just not there. So it's still good. It's still solid. I'd go back to this. Like if I was at the brewery, I'd probably get a pint of this at the brewery, but I would never go buy this again at the liquor store or buy a 6-pack of it or anything like that. But yeah, if I was at the brewery, I'd probably get this again. So with that, 2 out of 3 for me. I would go back to this for sure. It's good.
That's
Solid.
that's still a high score.
Just a solid West Coast IPA, man.
It's a high score for a beer you don't like.
Drinking out of my Star Wars glass right here.
What's
My
the
pizza port,
What's
Star
what's the
Wars
brewery name?
Long Beach Beer Lab. So probably never go there because I don't like Long Beach and I never go to Long Beach. So
Long Beach beer. I'm just typing into the. Is it craft?
it's got to be a craft.
Yes,
brewery.
Long Beach Beer Lab is an independent craft brewery. Wow, good job.
I'm sure friend of the pod Mike knows all about them. He's probably been there 100 times and
goddamn thing.
knows everything about their beers, how
He's
they
a
brew them. and
fucking joke.
knows the brewmaster, knows all that kind of stuff.
He's a fucking joke.
And at the bottom it says, "May the brew be with you."
God, that's a little cheesy.
it's very cheesy, dude. Let me just read this to you. This is
Oh, boy.
It says this brew traverses galaxies of taste, guided by a hoppy force inspired by the steadfast beliefs of Brewlorians.
Dude.
It delivers an intergalactic adventure of flavors with the fortitude to persevere, whether you're an IPA enthusiast or a Dark Force devotee. Raise your glass and declare with conviction, "This is the way. May the brew be with you." That is really stupid. I don't like that. It's so try hard. So try hard.
It's like
But you know somebody spent a lot of time writing that too.
it's like when you're like in high school and stuff, and you write about like I don't know yourself, right? Like, oh, I am Jeff, Padawan for this or whatever, and you write all these dumb things, and you think it's cute and shit, but you look back on it later on, and you're like, wow, that was fucking terrible.
Yeah. I know.
That
Yeah.
is terrible.
Dude, some Star Wars fans, man. You and I love Star Wars, and we know a shit ton about Star Wars. man, some of these people that like it, it consumes their entire personality. It is their personality, and that's what this screams. Star Wars is my personality. I don't talk about anything but Star Wars or Disney now.
Star Wars is my personality. That's gross.
Yeah, that is gross. I don't like it.
That's
I don't
gross.
like it. But anyway, moving on. I went to Disney, or I didn't go to Disneyland, but I went to downtown Disney.
Yeah,
That place has changed a lot. Yeah, but I got a new knife already. Got it yesterday. Already got my new knife. There it is. See that?
So
got my new knife.
What? Oh, there it is. Why don't you just hold it, have him hold it, and pick it up later?
I did. I said, "Can I just leave it here and I'll pick it up later?" And he's like, "Nah, I can't do that." I said, "I'm just gonna go throw it in the bush right here." And he's like, "No, you can't do that. We'll see you do that." He's like, "Go put it," and he's like, "You can go put it in your car." And I said, "I'm not gonna walk 15 minutes back to my car and 15 minutes back here." And I said, "Just throw it. Just whatever. You keep it." And then he opens up this he presses this button and this lid pops up out of the table and he throws it in this bin and then the lid closes again.
Did you see what was in the bin?
I couldn't see what was in it now.
Probably so many knives in there.
Oh, I know.
How did they get you? They metal detected you?
Yeah, it's all metal detectors going into downtown Disney now. The 3 entrances in there, yeah, just metal detectors. Dogs walking around and shit, like people walking, German shepherds around and shit. Dude, it's like fucking crazy at downtown Disney now.
Have you seen those metal credit cards that you fold into a knife, like into essentially like a shank?
I've heard of that, but I haven't actually seen one.
I had that for a long time until TSA caught me with it. And by caught me, I just forgot it was in my wallet. And they knew exactly what it was. They're like, "You need to come over here." And I was like, "What?" I was like, "Oh," as soon as they said it, I was like, "Oh, fuck, I know what it is." And dude, I already know what it is. You can take it out and throw it away.
And they were saying that they were about to say that they had to take off my belt. And they're patting me, they're patting me down more than everybody else because I had the knife.
Because you fucking brought weapons to Disneyland like a psychopath.
But I wasn't even in Disneyland. That's the thing. I wasn't not even in Disneyland. I was outside of Disneyland. It's so stupid. But my point that I was going to make here was that where the Rainforest Cafe used to be, it's not that anymore. Remember on the corner right there?
Yeah, of course.
It's called Star Wars Trading Post now, and it's just a Star Wars store.
Ugh.
And we went in there and. Man, it was all I get it. Star Wars is for kids. It's a kids movie. It's a kids TV show.
Do you get that? I don't think you do.
Come on, dude.
That's why you get so angry all the time.
I get angry about what?
About everything.
I do not. Get the fuck out of here. But anyway, I just a lot of the toys were very let's just say a Chewbacca stuffed toy. It was Chewbacca but with wide eyes and a distorted face to make it look happier. Yeah. They had a wicket, and it was kind of the same thing. They had a bunch of a lot of porgs. Who the fuck cares about porgs?
Porgs are cute.
But yeah, I bet you could build your own lightsaber and shit, and you could buy
cool.
one of those really expensive ones for $400 or $500.
Can you build your own really expensive one?
I don't know. You probably could, but they had just all the parts laying in bins, barrels.
Yeah,
and you could build piece by piece your lightsaber.
God, what a fucking racket! It's not a racket. I guess you're building an experience too, but just the markup on a piece of fucking plastic that you shittily assembled together and get charged $100 or whatever the fuck it is.
I didn't even see how much it was going to cost.
Dude, that shit probably costs.
Are you going to get one? Do you want one? I was like, yeah, it'd be kind of cool to have one. She's like, why don't you get one? I said, because I'm not going to pay probably $100 for this.
Would you rather do the shitty ones like that, or just pay up and get the wall art fucking nice ones? The
$500 ones?
Yeah.
If I'm gonna have one, I might as well just get the fucking super expensive Luke Skywalker green lightsaber.
Those are fucking cool, dude.
Yeah, they're fucking cool.
You turn them on, and it slowly goes up too, the saber. That's so fucking cool.
But the one thing is, so at the store, it was mostly just stuff mostly sequel and prequel stuff. Not a lot of OG trilogy stuff. I'd say maybe 20% or less of OG stuff. But then I came across right when you walk in, they have these the action figures. What are they? The 3.5-inch action figures like that.
Yeah.
Is that what they are? 3.5 inches? I don't know.
The normal size action figures? Yeah,
normal size action figures. And they had 3 packs of them. They were $45 for 3 action figures. But they were in 3 packs. And right there in the front was something so obscure Star Wars wise. There was 3 action figures from a Star Wars book from the Thrawn trilogy the original Thrawn trilogy from the 90s. So the legend stuff that Disney has no part of, they had 3 action figures from those books. And I thought, of all the fucking Star Wars stuff you have here, like you barely have any OG stuff, but you have this Legends 90s book action figures. I thought it was really cool. Like, had it been cheaper, I'd probably have gotten it because it's so fucking weird and I don't want to say random, but unexpected in that store. But yeah, I don't know.
Did you see any Rappertoonie merch?
I did not see any Rappertoonie merch.
Disappointing.
Rappertoonie. We didn't even talk about that on the pod. That was between pods.
Rappertoonie.
Go look up that Star Wars character. Never knew that was that character's name, but you'll know right away when you see it. Rappertoonie.
Yeah. Only the true heads will know.
Only the true heads will know. Yeah.
Rappertoonie.
Because is Rappertoonie only in the special edition, or is it in the original cut? I don't think it's in the original cut.
I just don't watch the original cut ever because, I mean, I just put my PS5 up here pretty much the last 2 times you were out. But before that, I never had like a DVD player up here that worked. So it's always just been Disney and like convenience, right? Like it's fucking just so easy to just throw it on there. But maybe this week I will
watch the OGs, man. You have them on DVD.
Yeah, because that's the metal tin, right?
Yeah,
it has the okay.
Has a special edition and it has the OG cuts.
Yeah,
that we got like in 2004, I think it was.
I bought that shit when it came out.
Yeah, we both bought that.
Oh, jeez.
Hell yeah. All right, let's move on.
Moving on.
Star Wars talk. I bitch about people making Star Wars their own personality, and I just talked for 5 minutes about it. About an obscure fucking toy and Rappertoonie.
And going to Disneyland, too, as a grown-ass adult, and going to Star Wars Land. What were you down to Disney? What were you doing there?
We went to a restaurant. There's a Chinese restaurant there, a dumpling place that's really popular, like very, very popular. And it's always like a 3-hour wait. If you're gonna like stand by and wait, it's like 3 hours. And so we got we made a reservation like a week ago, and we went. And man, even Tammy was like, "This is not very good." And I mean, I trust Tammy because she knows that kind of food because she grew up and shit. Like she knows that kind of food.
Is, dude.
You know exactly what a dumpling is. It was so fucking mediocre. It was expensive as fuck. It was expensive. It's like, dude, you could just go to fucking Rolling Heights or fucking Garden Grove. There's like plenty of good places in those areas for if you want like dumplings and shit. So even Irvine too.
What's the difference between a dumpling and a pot sticker?
I think a pot sticker's fried.
Oh, I wouldn't. Dumpling. I don't eat either of them. And
then there's 2 types of dumplings. Like one dumpling has broth inside of it, like hot broth, and then the other one has no broth inside of it. But it's generally good, but considering where like all the hype for this place, yeah, it's fucking stupid. And the guy's like, "Oh, how'd you hear about us?" And Tammy's like, "Oh, it was on TikTok. Everybody talks about it on TikTok." And that's why it's because it went viral on TikTok and everybody goes there.
That's how you know. That's how Sleep Token got fucking famous somehow. Is fucking white girls on TikTok.
Did we talk about that on the podcast that one time about Sleep Token or no? Maybe not.
Probably. Maybe. I don't know if it was on the pod, but we get the records in and people fucking buy them. But then I ask like everybody who buys them, or just ask people in general, "Do you like Sleep Token?" No. And the people that buy, because actually it was only one girl that bought it. I was like, "Do you like this band?" So I just heard about them. Like they're good. I'm like, okay. Idiot.
That's it.
Idiot. That's what I was thinking.
I don't get Sleep Token at all. It just doesn't.
It's stupid.
I just don't get it. Don't get it. Maybe I'm old. I don't know.
I think it was tonight or it's not tomorrow, but it might have been tonight. But Bane and Bleeding Through are playing together at the Nile.
Why didn't you go?
I've already seen Bane
and Bleeding Through,
and I don't want to see Bleeding Through again.
God damn! I would have gone to that. See, why can't that be the show I want to go to next month? It's Bleeding Through and Unearthed, which is cool, but Bleeding Through and Bane would be so much better.
It's funny because I saw Bane at Chain Reaction, and I ran into the fuck is his name? Dan, right? Angel's friend Dan, like Kevin and Angel's friend Dan.
Oh yeah, Dan Lewis. Yeah,
Dan Lewis, right? He dated Charlotte for a bit. That's the Dan, right?
Did he date Charlotte?
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe I'm just like thinking things like that. I don't know.
He might
but
have.
Anyway,
I don't remember.
He was at the show, and it was fun. I don't know. That was it.
Okay. That was it.
End of story. Rappertoonie. Okay.
That's a great story.
That's a
Yeah.
great story. That's something.
Rappertoonie, baby. All right. Where are we at? The vinyl stuff. Let's get into the vinyl stuff we've picked up, stuff we've been listening to this week, and we'll get more into your record store, Desert Grooves Records. Huge shout out.
Yeesh.
So, what do you got, Jeff? Go.
This bad boy right here.
What do you got? That Fat Boy Slim?
Yeah.
There you go. Killer record. Killer
Yeah,
record.
You can't really fucking see it. You Come a Long Way, Baby. That's his second record. This is a OG US press. The UK press has a different cover art. So if and when that comes to my store, I'll upgrade that copy. But this has my favorite Fat Boy Slim song on it, Praise You. It's like one of my favorite music videos of all time. It's got...
Better than Weapon of Choice? Come on.
Weapon of Choice is fine. The song or the music video?
The music video.
Music
Praise You is
videos-
a better song, but Weapon of Choice video is better.
No. It's fun because it's Christopher Walken, and it's at a time when everyone was like, whoa, shit, I didn't know, like, he could be fun, and anything was like, whatever, it's fine. But Praise You's super cool because it's just an impromptu dance-off. The director, Spike Jonze, he's the one doing the dance-off, and like didn't have permission to be there. At some point during the video, some guy comes over and turns his stereo off. But he got like 10 or 15 people to learn this dance for Praise You and just do this little pop-up outside like this movie theater. And it's just, it's fucking cool. And you can tell that he came up with these moves because they're not good moves. But for a long time, whenever I would go to a dance or be in a dancing situation, those are the moves that I would do. And remember, like, as kids with like little the little circle opens up and you kind of come in, do your little thing, and you leave.
Yeah.
Those were the moves that I would go in the pit with. So
For a couple of years, I did think that Spike Jonze was Fat Boy Slim.
Because of the video?
Because the video, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that's who Fat Boy Slim was, and then I think I saw, and then Jackass came out, and I realized, oh shit, Spike Jonze, what? And then it all kind of clicked.
Yeah.
So yeah,
that's fair. That makes sense. This one also has Rockefeller Skank, and then right here, right now, just a bang of a fucking record. Just an amazing late '90s like techno record. That's it.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Badass. I had his third record, Between the Gutter and the Stars. And I bought that one just almost out of like pity from another record store that closed, but I got rid of that one because I don't really need that. I'm good with my Fat Boy Slim collection.
Just have the one.
Just the one. We have his first record in the store too, but I might take that one home again and re-listen to it. But I think I'm just being petty at that point. Do I really need it? Nah. Maybe I'll come visit you. Nah. This guy?
What is that one? Anamanaguchi. Right?
Anamanaguchi Kuchis.
Yeah, what is
This is just like...
What is that?
I had forgotten about this group. This is so they're based out of New York, and they're like an electronic chiptune, so they use like old like fucking Game Boys and Nintendos and other things like that to make a lot of their music. But this is just a group that I had just fucking totally forgot about because I remember I don't it might have been Joe Baca or somebody, I don't remember, but one of the people that we used to hang out with that liked kind of like obscure indie music in like the late 2000s like showed me this band. And then this record came out after that, and this was the first record that I was kind of excited when they dropped this one. This was 2013. And then like I forgot about it until this super indie kid traded in a bunch of stuff a month ago to our store. It's like, holy shit. Like I remember this record. Let's see if it holds up. And it fucking does, dude. It is so good.
Okay.
It's so good. I love this shit.
I mean, it's a little bit wild. Yeah. It's that techno with a lot of like Nintendo Core kind of things going on. Well, not Nintendo Core because it implies hardcore. But yeah, no, it's just it's weird. It's right up your alley.
It's a fun video game soundtrack, essentially what it is.
Yeah,
Endless Fantasies is the record, the second record. But anyway, yeah, that's cool.
There you go.
Whatever.
What else you got?
This guy.
Mudvayne, what is going on with you? You don't even like that record.
Hold on there, dude.
You don't even like that record.
Hold on there, dude. Because when we did new metal season, I put this at A tier, not S tier, but A tier.
I know. I
might have put it at S tier.
No,
you didn't put it.
S tier.
I put it at A tier. This shit's good. Like it's
fine.
It's a little long at points, but it's fucking good, dude. It's heavy. It churns. It's pretty wild. Like these guys rip. It is heavy.
They're great musicians, but I don't think the songs hit. They really kind of don't.
This is like the closest that we did during the new metal season to like new metal prog, and it's
Yeah.
fucking awesome. It's badass. But I get it. It might be a little too heavy for some people. This is the music on vinyl pressing, so
You're such an idiot. It's probably only ever been pressed from music on vinyl. Seems
it,
like that kind of
it
album.
sounds fucking good though. Like, I mean, regardless if you like or dislike the music on vinyl fucking slays. Like, they put out
They do,
good
yeah.
shit, dude. It always sounds so
I've
fucking good.
never had anything bad to say about music on vinyl. You know, I just, I mean, it's and even when a record sounds bad, it's not on them. It's on the source material being bad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just like I have that Murder Dolls record, that first Murder Dolls record, and it's because the source material is not good. The record sounds fine, but it could sound better had the source material been better.
Yeah.
Like the recording and everything been better.
Yeah.
But yeah, music on
people,
vinyl's great.
people praise like Mo-Fi and Analog Productions, and like they all sound really good, but I don't know, people forget about music on vinyl. I think
Yeah,
mostly
it's
because
never talked about
they predominantly do records that you wouldn't think should get like a audiophile pressing. But then like I just saw that Mo-Fi's gonna do Emerson Lake and Palmer's first record. I'm like, who the fuck is gonna buy
Yeah,
that,
who
bro?
wants
You can
that?
buy an original for like we saw it for like $6. Like, who the fuck is
You
gonna pay like?
you could probably buy like a near mint of that for $20.
Like,
an
I was
OG,
gonna
you know what I
spend
mean?
$50 for that fucking. That's dollar bin record.
Yeah, I mean it's a great
Good.
record,
Great record,
but
it's
yeah,
dollar
not,
bin record, dude.
That first ELP record is not something you would ever buy new.
That's crazy.
You can go to any record store. Every record store you
Yeah,
ever go
every
to
record store.
that sells used records is gonna have at least 3 or 4 ELP records. That's silly boy talk.
It is. It's stupid. It's silly.
But anyway, yeah, music on vinyl, great stuff.
Great stuff.
What do you got? Voodoo Glow Skulls. Love that artwork. Love that fucking artwork.
Yeah. So this is one that I found at Zia Records like a month ago, but it was the latest repress. But it was like $10. I was like, fuck yeah, dude! Like, I'm super stoked. And I was happy with that. If the original ever comes through my store, then obviously I would take that home. And then one did. Like, some guy traded in. I was like, what the fuck? It doesn't go for a lot. It's like a $30 record, but it was just cool that like I found a cheap one, a cheap repress, and then like a month later an original came through. So it was
You
just,
saw the repress?
I think so, yeah.
Maybe you throw it in my pile.
Okay. Okay, girl.
Maybe throw it
Okay.
in my pile.
Okay.
But so does the OG? Is that the only one that has the picture of Krillin on the cover?
No, they all do.
Oh, okay, because I saw on Spotify the artwork on Spotify didn't have Krillin. It was somebody wearing like the Saiyan costume, but it wasn't Krillin,
Let's
the character. It's not the same character.
Oh yeah, I didn't notice
So
that.
that's why I was curious if it was only the OG that had Krillin, and then the represses they couldn't get like the rights from Dragon Ball or whoever does
I
Dragon
mean,
Ball.
for sure they're not going to get those rights. Especially a band like the Voodoo Glow Skulls, they don't have the money, time, patience to. Yeah, no.
They're too obscure.
I'm looking at the repress real quick here. Maybe it is. No. I don't know now.
Okay.
No, I don't
Okay.
think it. I think it's the masked guy.
On the repress, so
Yeah,
it's not.
Yeah, the luchador looking dude.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So the OG is the only one that has.
Yeah.
Krillin.
Yep.
Nice.
That is true. That's something.
Very cool. Very cool.
Okay. Disappointing. Well, not for me because I have the original. So
Yeah, because you have the OG. Yeah.
don't give a fuck. And the last one, but not the least one, is this.
No effects. The Decline, baby.
And
good.
truth be told, like, this is a song that I never cared that much about. It was just kind of like, yeah, it's a good song, but like I'm not gonna listen to 18 fucking minutes of no effects.
Is it all on just one side?
Yeah, and then
Okay,
the side
good.
B is like, I think Clams Have Feelings too or something. I don't know what the fuck it is. But yeah, but then like what really, again, I've said this before, what really got me was the last No Effects show when it was just,
Yeah.
dude, it was just like playing out the Decline is just like the band is done. You know what I mean? Like that.
I know.
Like that is just like etched in my mind. That last like just like it's like theater, right? Like the curtains are about to come down, and Melvin's just there playing by himself.
I
The
know.
last chord, I'm
God
like,
damn.
damn, bro, that was crazy. That was just like that was the most emotional I think I've ever been. Like
know,
watching
that last
something.
show.
It was crazy.
I mean, we were drinking a lot. That was the Stein night. But,
That was Stein night. Oh God.
But Yeah, that was an emotional show.
It was crazy.
And we
for
even
no reason.
and we even remember we watched like after the music ended and everybody's just on stage hugging and talking. We sat there and watched that for like a good almost 30 minutes.
Yeah. Until
Just
like they
talking about
kicked us
NoFX.
off, until like
Yeah.
they would fade to black. It was, we stood
Yeah.
up though. Remember for like most of the show, we like
Most of
stood
the
as
show we were
close as we
standing in the
could to
living
like
room.
the TV
Yeah.
for whatever reason. But yeah, again, like the Decline song's good. It's a great song. It's the longest they've done. It's the most proggy thing that they've done. But I never really
It's a
cared
great
about it
song.
until that show, until that last fade out.
I mean that's the last NoFX thing I'd ever get for my collection, but it's always available. You know what I mean? It's just one of those records where if there's nothing else in a record store that I want, I'd probably pick that up. You know,
This was an OG,
Oh, is it? Nice.
of course.
Of course, I'm so cool. My name
Come on.
Jeff. I own a record store. I have an OG copy of blah, 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 blah.
Being a pretentious record collector is my personality.
Oh, it's so stupid. So stupid.
You know what makes me mad? Is
Me?
well, I don't consider your opinions, whatever. But people always ask us, like, do you have System of a Down? Do you have Korn? And then we got a big collection in, and like we still have the Korn record that has like Skrillex on it, and then Korn's first record, 2 System records, a couple Rage records. Like, what the fuck are you guys buying? And like the same people are like, do you have any Korn? I'm like, actually, we do. And then he didn't buy it. It happened today. That's what I'm saying.
Oh my god, that's so annoying.
He's like, do you have any Korn? Like, because we never get Korn. Never do.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, we have their first record. Like, that's the one
best
you're gonna want. Didn't buy it. So make it think, so you really didn't want Korn. You really just wanted to fucking ask to see if like we had something that you thought we probably didn't have. Fucker,
Probably,
get out of
yeah.
here,
Yeah.
bitch ass.
That's annoying.
It's very annoying.
That's annoying. All right. That all you got?
That's it.
All right. So let's move on to my stuffs. First thing here is Miles Davis, Live Evil, Live Evil, whatever you want to call it.
I think it's Live Evil.
Live Evil. It sounds better if you say Live Evil.
But I think
But,
like it's not. It's like live.
No, I know. Well, most of it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a couple studio tracks on here, but John McLaughlin plays guitar in most of the songs here. I think there's only like one studio song he doesn't play on, but yeah, no, this is fantastic. I've never heard this. You convinced me to buy this. I got this from Double Nickels Records out in Arizona. This is the only thing I bought that day, and it was a great deal. I mean, the cover is pretty beat up. I mean, when you look at that edge right there, it's been clipped off.
Yeah.
But and just a lot of ring wear, all that kind of shit. But the vinyl itself, the LPs, near mint, near fucking mint. LPs.
How much was it?
$20.
$20.
$20 near. I swear to you, zero surface noise, or like no surface noise, even during quiet parts. Nothing.
That's all you want.
Skips,
That's all
no
you need.
loops, nothing. I mean, it's immaculate. I think it clocks in at like an hour and 1 minute, or no, 101 minutes. Sorry, it's 101 minutes, I believe. So yeah, it's a long record, but it's so fucking good.
Yeah.
The only negative thing I have to say about it is that it's set up to where the LPs are, LP 1 is side A and side 4,
Yeah.
and then 2 and 3 on the other LP. I hate that shit so much. But we all know why they did it at the time. But now it's just really fucking annoying. So there you go, Live Evil from Miles Davis, fantastic. Go get it. Yeah, there you go. So I got that one. Next two I got from that giant punk and emo lot that I picked up out in Brea, California. Brought out to Arizona for you guys. Got Descendants. Milo Goes to College, right here. 2010 pressing. So yeah, definitely not an OG. But even still, all the proper represses are not very cheap. Even
Yeah.
like the bootlegs are like $25, which I had a $25 bootleg prior to
Yeah.
this.
We sold that one instantly.
Yeah, so I mean, this shit sells so fucking quick. But no, this is an actual, legit copy, 2010. Like I said, on black, can't go wrong with Descendants, and especially this record. So fantastic. Every song's a fucking banger.
Good.
Perfect record. Next up, Fugazi, their EP, first EP, I believe. Fugazi, 2008 pressing. jacket's a little beat up, but I got it from the same collection. And but the record itself, the LP, plays VG Plus. Great fucking condition. But yeah, fantastic stuff. I said I would never get any more Fugazi, but after listening to
just
this, Repeater and Red Medicine. But then after I heard this one, after I brought the collection home and I listened to a bunch of stuff, I really, really dug this one. So
yeah, we spun that one at my house last time you were here. Remember Sloan picked it?
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right, he did.
Yeah, it's
and he hated
fantastic.
it. And he hated it though.
He didn't know what the fuck he's talking about.
No, he is. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, speaking of that, did he listen to that Anamataguchi with you?
No.
Oh, he would have hated it, I bet.
Probably.
Yeah.
If he discovered it, he would have loved it.
Yeah.
But if I tell him to listen to it, he won't like it.
But if it's not house music, he hates it.
Correct.
And the last thing here is DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince, Rock the House, baby. 1987 pressing. They pressed so many of this record in 1987 when it came out. A lot.
Went hard.
Yeah, really, really hard on it. I guess technically it's an OG because it came out in 87. But yeah, it's been repressed maybe like 3 or 4 times since then, if that. But most of the time it was in the 90s. But this is great. We did this on the podcast several years ago, and it's such a good record.
It's good.
So much fun. I used to have this on vinyl. I ended up trading it to you for, I don't even remember what, for a bunch of stuff. Like we made this pretty good trade, and and then you lost it like a month later. You fucking lost it.
That's funny that like we both had the same record actually,
yeah.
And now we both have it again.
Yeah, so I got this one. I got this one on Discogs because I bought a CD off Discogs and a couple other things to meet a minimum, and this was like $17 or something like that. So why the fuck not? Why not get it? It's so good. I had to meet a minimum. But yeah, so there you go. Fresh Prince, DJ Jazzy Jeff, Fresh Prince, Rock the House. Get into it. It's killer. So that's all I got for the vinyl stuffs this week.
Not bad.
Yeah, not bad at all.
Not bad at all.
There hasn't really been much new music that's come out this last week. So there's not really anything to talk about unless you want to bring anything up.
It looks like the original of the Rock the House is a different cover art too.
Oh, does it?
It's like what we have is still an 87 press, but it's technically the repress. It's a next cover art. But even like the original, you can still buy for $20.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Whatever. It's a good record. Good job.
Nice. And and might as well bring it up right now, but I bought a record that's not from the U.S. First time I ever bought a record from Switzerland. So fingers crossed.
Oh boy,
it gets here. Never
What'd
bought
you
a
buy?
record from that country. I'll tell you when I get it, because it's a doozy. It's a doozy. You're gonna hate it probably, but it's a doozy.
nah, it's probably something so stupid.
Oh, it is something really stupid.
Some mindless 13 indulgences or something.
Oh, it's gonna
like
be really
that.
stupid. Yeah, it's gonna be really stupid. Not on Spotify though, so it's a band that's not on Spotify. But anyway, I don't know. I just thought that I'd bring that up because I never bought a record from that country, and there's no tariffs, so I did check before I bought it. We have no tariffs or anything with Switzerland, so we're good with Switzerland.
Big surprise. Big surprise.
I still wanted to check
neutral.
After what happened with your partner at the record store, David.
Yeah.
He got fucked over, ordering something
Got a
from
bill.
Japan. Yeah, so I don't want that to happen. So I checked before I bought. But I did get the confirmation that he did ship it, but no tracking number. So that's cool. Whatever. What are you gonna do?
Okay.
So anyway, that's all I got.
Good for you.
We good for this episode?
Yeah.
All right. So thank you for listening. Go to Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Give us 5 stars. If you're watching on YouTube, smash that subscribe button. And that's it. That's all.
Jimmy.
Don't